International in IMAX. Let's go in. Kind of excited for this movie.
Let's
go in. I tried that new Men in Black cherry icy. Stayed my lips, my teeth, so it was okay. Okay guys, so I saw Men in Black International. I saw it in IMAX, and just to tell you just right now, the IMAX was pretty cool. This movie is shot in that 180 aspect ratio, so it's gonna fill the IMAX screen entirely. And not only that, but the sound was pretty cool. It was the sound was really loud in specific scenes. But it's a cool IMAX experience. I don't, unless you have A-list, I would recommend the IMAX showing, but I will just overall, because of the actual movie, I can't recommend paying that full price, that asking a price point of $15 to $20 for an IMAX ticket for Men in Black. So yeah, we'll discuss about that in the review. But yeah, it was cool, but you don't need to see it in IMAX. But of course, I did see IMAX, not IMAX, I'm sorry, I did see Men in Black International. And you know, I'm not the biggest Men in Black fan. I do enjoy the movies. I was just never really all over them. I really like that first Men in Black movie. I think it's really good and really enjoyable as well. And for Men in Black 2, it's not that good of a movie, but it's enjoyable as well. Men in Black 3, a lot of people argue which one's the better one, the first one or Men in Black 3. Personally, I prefer the first one, you know, just much better. And Men in Black 3 for me, I thought was average at best, but it's enjoyable. So overall, for Men in Black International, I wasn't, when I remember when I think when the idea for another Men in Black movie was flying around was when they wanted to do that 22 Jump Street and Men in Black crossover, which would have been so much fun, by the way. So I would have definitely watched that, and it would have probably been the best Men in Black movie. But that idea got scrapped, and I guess this is what we got out of that, Men in Black International, which, in my opinion, the trailer looked okay. And the director behind it, Gary Gray, I loved some of his previous work. Fate the Furious, I really enjoy. Straight Outta Compton, I really love. And of course, the reason why I was excited for this movie was because of the casting of Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. Of course, they worked together in Thor Ragnarok. I loved them in Thor Ragnarok, and I was excited to see if they could bring some of that same magic from their chemistry from Thor Ragnarok and bring it into this movie. So now we have Men in Black International, and what can I say? It's honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, 100% honest. I didn't think it was bad at all. I really don't see where the bad reviews are coming from. Like the movie overall, I could see why some people don't like it, but I don't see why it's a terrible, awful movie like a lot of people are saying it is. The movie does have problems, of course, but let's start off with the positives. Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, probably the best thing, the driving vehicle of this movie. They drive this movie, they carry this movie. Chris Hemsworth, he plays like that goofy person in the duo, and he's really fun and really entertaining. And Tessa Thompson, she's more of the straight person, but she's also really entertaining in this movie, and their chemistry is just, it's fantastic here. I love them both in this movie. I love them as much as I love them in Thor Ragnarok, and I thought that they really recaptured what they did right with Thor Ragnarok, with the chemistry of Thor Ragnarok. It was really recaptured here. It really works. A little bit on the negative, the characters, their characters specifically, they're not exactly the best written characters. They're really fun, really enjoyable characters, but the writing on the characters isn't strong really. And there's this backstory to Tessa Thompson's character, and they rely on it too much to drive the story sometimes. And it's, overall they're fun characters. They're just, the writing on the characters are kind of weak. Emma Thompson was also in this movie. She was okay. I kind of wanted more of her though, to be honest with you, but she was okay. And Liam Neeson, he was okay as well. He was good in the role, but the character really actually I don't know. I was a little mixed on his character. But the worst characters in this movie, I'd say, are definitely the villains in this movie. Like, the villains in this movie, they're just there to cause danger, nothing else. Like, there's no backstory to them really, no character depth to them at all, or they just don't work as villains. Or they could have worked as villains, but the way they were like portrayed in the movie overall, they weren't that good of villains. So I didn't care for the villains in this movie, and I thought they were quite weak. And my favorite character in this movie, I adored this character. He's not even a human character in this movie. He's a little alien creature named Pawnee, who is voiced by Camille Numajani. I hope I said his name right. But he voices Pawnee, and he voices him perfectly. He fits in this role, and he's just a really cute alien creature. He's the funniest thing in this movie. A lot of the comedy comes from Pawnee, and his lines are just hilarious. I was laughing out loud with things that he had to say. So Pawnee was my favorite character in this movie. So honestly, if there was a Pawnee spinoff movie, I would watch it, and I would probably immediately call it the best movie in the Men in Black franchise. But that's how much I love this character. And as for the actual movie itself, it's a little weird because like sometimes I was like enjoying the movie, but then like the pacing goes down and just slows down a little bit. It never gets boring, but it does slow down. Then the pacing picks up again, then it slows down again, then the pacing picks up and it slows down again. And it was really something that I really kind of had a problem with. Not only that, but the twist in this movie. The twist in this movie was predictable from the beginning. Not even from the beginning, from the trailers of this movie, I knew what the twist would be, and I knew how it would, come to part, kind of. So the movie is very predictable. Not saying that the trailer gives away the twist, but it's a little obvious. But overall, this is what I expected from a Men in Black movie. I don't see why people are saying that it should have been much better. No, I think that this is as good as a Men in Black sequel could possibly get. So this is exactly what I expected from this movie. And overall, I'm not disappointed. I had fun watching this movie. I'd buy it on Black Friday. So overall, if you want to see this movie, I'd recommend a matinee or discount day. Or you guys could just wait for Redbox, but either way it's fine. It's a fun movie, it's enjoyable, it's harmless, and it's a fun movie. So I'm gonna give Men in Black International a B-. Anyways, have you guys seen Men in Black International? If you have, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.